A frequent situation. A couple breaks up, and instead of keeping things civil for the children, one partner does all they can to turn the family against the other.
Often, the safety of the kids is used as a legitimate excuse to exclude one parent from being a part of the child's lives. But in many cases, that exclusion just isn't justified.
We're joined in the studio by Jan James, founder and chief executive of Good Egg Safety, and a passionate campaigner on this subject. Jan, why do you feel so strongly about this?
Thank you. You just actually said that, some parents may be, held back from seeing their children for legitimate reasons. And if that were the case, it wouldn't be called parental alienation. If a child is being held back from a parent because the other parent is known to be abusive, then that would be called estrangement, and that would be perfectly right to protect them in those circumstances. What parental alienation means, and it's been much misrepresented in the media, as you'll have probably seen, is where a parent, without any justification, will psychologically manipulate a child to reject a parent. I think, the best place to start is Kafkas, who deal with 140,000 cases annually. And their definition is basically that, when a child's resistance and hostility towards a parent is not justified because they've been psychologically manipulated. But worse than that, and this is the reason I've got involved, is that the former chair and chief exec of Kafkas, Anthony Douglas CBE, described parental alienation as a deliberate manipulation of a child by a parent, and he said that it had become so common in family breakdowns. Kafkas felt that it was 80% of their most intractable cases was as big an issue as any other form of child abuse or neglect. And that's why I've got involved.
I was going to ask that question, how common